Manjolika.
I thought it's pronounced Manjolika.
It's not some Spanish ghost or whatever. So basically now, how is Beyonce involved in the picture?
People have some wild claims.
They do.
Oh my god.
You don't?
No.
Why?
It's unhinged. It's some crackhead
Which
behavior.
is exactly how Hollywood celebrities are.
Okay, cool.
Hi guys.
Hello.
So we're back at Tea Party for everything pop culture.
Welcome back.
Yeah, your next door tea party podcast, whatever. So what is the tea that we have in line for the week?
We have loads of tea this week. We started off thinking we're not going to have that much to talk about.
Literally.
Turns out we have loads to talk about.
Yeah.
And we're going to kick off with Anika's new favorite conspiracy theory.
It's not my favorite conspiracy theory. It's all over the internet.
It's TikTok's
especially
favorite.
TikTok.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's basically about Beyonce and Jay-Z's involvement with Sean Diddy, who's recently been charged with
a lot of things,
including like sexual harassment, trafficking, like racketeering, or all of those things. And we don't want to get into that. But so basically now, how is Beyonce involved in the picture?
People have some wild claims.
They do. And this is also some, like, I don't know how, but it also led to like a lot of these clips resurfacing, which kind of shows, like Adele, for example, in 2017, she won a Grammy, and in her speech, she didn't even like talk about like her parents or husband or whatever, like, which is a normal thing to do for like, you know, people who win awards. But she was just like, Beyonce, you should have won this for Lemonade. And
she broke her word. She was like, Beyonce.
Yeah.
Like, yes.
Yeah.
And she's not the only one. Lizzo, I believe, is also thanked Beyonce.
Lady Gaga, Britney Spears, all these celebrities.
So many big names.
Yeah. So every time they receive an award, they feel this sudden urge to thank Beyonce and kind of like just lie at her feet. I don't know. Like, it's kind of crazy. Yeah. And just the fact that it's also a pattern now, and like, why Beyonce? When I think about it, I feel like there are bigger celebrities who can be your inspiration in the industry, like Madonna, for example. Like, I would say she's much bigger that way. But people don't really do that. And like, आपस की बात है भाई, मुझे अवार्ड मिलेगा, मैं क्यों बोलूंगी कि हाँ, ये जो मेरी contemporary है, इसने बहुत अच्छा
Wait. Yeah. But if you win an award, you're not going to thank me? Is that what you're saying? I
might, like, you know, no. So I might, because you're my friend, and that's different. Like, but why is somebody, like, you know, someone who's your competitor, and you can be like, okay, like, everybody who was nominated was my inspiration and this and that, but just like singling out Beyonce, something about that is fishy. It's almost as though they're like scared that if they don't do it, they'll be in some sort of trouble.
Something's gonna go wrong.
Yeah, which also adds up, because there's this conspiracy theory which says that Alia, the singer who's passed away, Michael Jackson and Tupac Shakur, they've like, Beyonce has been involved in all of their deaths,
which is wild.
Wild.
Do you believe this? Do you believe this conspiracy theory?
Yes.
Oh my god.
You don't?
No.
Why?
It's unhinged. It's some crackhead
which
behavior.
Which is exactly how Hollywood celebrities are. Unhinged. And it's like, and also the fact that Beyonce and Jay-Z have been friends for years with Sean Diddy.
Sure.
And they were at the parties
who's a very big mogul, a very big music producer.
Yeah.
As is Jay-Z. So I understand that both these men, who Beyonce is very close to, are very powerful people. Yeah. Especially for the music industry. But
Diddy has now been convicted with all these charges. And it's like, if I'm your friend and if I go to all your parties and I would know what you're up to.
Sure.
So I might not be like inciting things or like doing things actively, but I'm definitely complicit. Like, there is something that I know that others don't.
But then how does that link up to Beyonce being behind murders?
When these
things weren't necessarily murders?
Really, really, really want to get into that detail, there's another podcast which is about this exactly, about the conspiracy theory.
They go into great depth.
On 89.
Yes.
Yeah. Where they talk about it in detail. So please go and watch it.
Check
but like,
that out.
for now, just me believing in this, I'm just going to justify that by saying, I think, first of all, celebrities should not be put on a pedestal like that.
Sure.
And once they are, when they have a cult-like following that way, I think there's something definitely fishy about that. Like, there's no smoke without fire.
I get it, but also Ashton Kutcher was really closely linked to Diddy. Also, they have been known to be really good friends. I mean, I've seen clips of him talking about titty parties and getting like really awkward on Hot Ones, you know, that clip that resurfaced. And Ashton has a production house, right? It's called Catalyst Media, but I don't see people thanking him or Mila Kunis for that matter. They're kind of a power couple too.
Yeah.
But they do thank Beyonce, and I think that's because Beyonce is a little underappreciated, especially when it comes to awards. She's snubbed. Let's be so for real, right? She is snubbed a lot. And that's why I feel like people feel the need, especially because she is a black woman and she's kind of being
She's
put
a
on the
very
back foot.
powerful black woman. I wouldn't put her...
Sure, and she hasn't done that much for, you know, other black women.
Yeah.
Sure, but
Yeah.
she isn't given the same like status as her contemporaries, I feel sometimes.
No,
which
but
is why
look
people
at all
are like
the
making up
celebrities
for it.
gushing over her. Like every time they win something,
Which
like,
is why they're doing
Beyonce,
it.
It's all you.
And that's why they're doing it, because Beyonce doesn't get that credit from like the Recording Academy that gives out Grammys or, you know, other
Maybe she's
award
not
ceremonies.
the best in that here. Like the people that she's... I mean, I haven't disagreed with that so many... Like I'm not a very big fan of her music that way. Of course, like I love like Love on Top and like whatever, Partition. Like, you know, the basic ones. But there's... I mean, I don't really know Beyonce for her craft that much, if I may say that.
Sure.
But it's mostly about like her star power, obviously, and like
Of
her
course.
having the kind of fans she does, and like there's an aura. There's
of course. She's very
that.
charismatic. Very charismatic.
But at the same time, like something doesn't add up. Don't you feel that way?
I mean, something fishy is always going on in Hollywood, I think. But
yeah,
I don't think Beyonce's going around like murdering people like Tupac. That's a little
so no one's saying
far-fetched.
she's directly like gone and like done things. Obviously not. But it's like there's an involvement somehow on some level.
I don't know. I feel like I would hold Jay-Z more to that than Beyonce.
Fully.
Yeah.
Jay-Z, I wouldn't put it past him. Beyonce, I'm still iffy about, but even that, I think like there's so much, by the way, that has resurfaced that is making all the fans like kind of, you know, connect the dots, and they're like conspiring and stuff, but there's so much that we still don't know.
That's
like
true.
What actually goes on in Hollywood, we're not privy to that.
I mean, even like, the Kanye thing that you were telling me about, that when Kanye went up on stage, when Taylor Swift won her first MTV Music Award,
MTV and VMAs,
Video Music Awards, he was like, no, Beyonce deserved it, and Single Ladies, I think it was it? And he's like, no, that was the best song. And
he just
Taylor
said, like,
Swift's...
she deserved the best album of the year award. I don't remember which. But yeah, he did that. And now the memes are saying that it was to save Taylor. So there's like, I love the internet, by the way.
Crazy, because Kanye would never save anyone. Like, no one but himself. Barely himself. Like, he ain't even saving himself. Why would he save Taylor Swift?
Yeah, but I mean...
Maybe to stay in Beyonce's good books, but I don't think he was saving anyone.
Genuinely just internet doing its thing. Like, just being funny.
Yeah.
But no, like there's something there and we need to dig deeper. And
they have in the other video that you should definitely check out.
Yeah, they have.
But I'm not a believer.
You don't believe it?
Not at all.
I may believe it.
No.
Yeah. Okay. So I think then that's that.
That's that.
Not
we agree to disagree.
Yeah, agree to disagree.
Let's go.
So the next thing that I do want to talk about is this show that I'm watching, which is like a really cute rom-com of sorts, but also so different from like the mainstream rom-coms that we're like used to watching. It's called Nobody Wants This.
I've seen so many ads and so many reels talking about it. The one with Adam Brody.
Yeah, it's the one with Adam Brody. I was literally going to say Seth Cohen and Kristen Bell.
She was texting me earlier and she's like, the show with Seth Cohen, and I was like, do you mean Adam Brody?
Because I just, my association with him is just the OC. And I still love him, like
OC.
Summer and
of course
Seth, and like I still love that show. You've never watched the OC?
I've never watched the OC.
What?
Yeah, I've never watched it.
That's a little insane to me.
I know.
You should watch it. It's like
I've seen clips. I know what happens.
It's similar to like One Tree Hill.
Yeah, it was that era, right?
Yeah,
that
it
time.
was. But anyway, so it's a show about that, and it's basically the protagonist, the girl she's just like us, a podcaster.
Really?
Yeah, an oversharing sort of a podcaster.
Oh, that actually makes me want to watch it more.
Right?
Yeah,
it is fun.
That's interesting.
But she has like her own set of issues. Like she's a very complex person, and Adam Brody, he is this rabbi. He's from this Jewish family, and he's...
Oh, it's giving Fleabag already, like hot priest.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even make that connection, but yeah. No, but it's different. So, and they meet each other, and suddenly, like, when you speak to someone and in the first conversation it's just sparks and butterflies and it's like, it's like they're the one. So they have that sort of an interaction and they try to like kind of resist that feeling because they're both not in the kind of headspace to like be seeing each other, but they go for it anyway. And then now she's like, it's a lot about cultural divide because she's from like obviously a Christian.
Oh,
yeah. So
that's very interesting.
That is very interesting.
I didn't know rabbis were allowed to date. Are they? Maybe they are. I don't know.
I mean, it's a bit of a stereotype there, but it's like they can date, but I think, of course, the ways to do things are different, and they kind of show that
That's
too.
the show.
Like,
Okay, yeah.
they show like a very classic, like that psychotic Jewish mother. Yeah, those stereotypes. Like they come from a very conservative household and stuff like that. And she tries to gel in, but it's not working out. And what's different about it is the fact that it's a very like healthy and mature sort of a relationship as opposed to the ones we've grown up watching.
Sure.
That is like, it's too utopian and like it feels unachievable. This is quite real. It's very raw.
Don't give too much away. I do want to watch it. I thought it was a movie, by the way. It's a show.
It's a show. It's a 10-episode show. Nice. Yeah. I'm 7 episodes down.
Okay, cool. So you haven't gone to the end yet. I think I can catch up. I binge stuff really fast.
Yeah. But that's happening.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Show recommendation. You guys should definitely check that out.
Definitely.
What's next?
The next thing that I have is
Pakistani artists have started giving their songs for the Grammys that are coming up.
This I had no idea about.
Arooj Aftab, of course, who's a Grammy winner. She's given her new music, but also Coke Studio. They've submitted a couple of songs, and I was shocked to find out what they've submitted. Big. They've submitted Pia Pia Calling and
I love that song.
But like, you're not submitting Blockbuster?
Yeah, that's also true.
It's wild. True. I think that was the best song. Also, Joel was really good. Joel, the one with Manu and Anurag. Girl,
I have literally...
It's like the best, one of the best songs of the season.
I've heard like a total of 2 songs, which is Blockbuster and Pia Pia Calling. And Pia Pia Calling, I actually liked more. I don't know why.
Really?
For its like genuinely like musical value. Blockbuster, I like for the vibes. Like it's so fun and festive and all those things. But if I'm like listening to a song to myself, like I listen to Pia Pia Calling.
No, you just listen to Joel, and it's so good to be like look out of the window and be like, you're in a depressing music video. Okay. It's kind of that vibe.
Okay. I will definitely listen to it.
But I was talking to a colleague about this who's a music journalist, and she's like, will they actually even be considered? Or will it just be kind of like, this is an advertisement? Because it's for Coke, right?
Right.
So there's a bit of that situation.
I mean, so there is a likelihood because it's not like no Pakistani artist has won before. I mean, Arooj Aftab has.
Yeah, I mean, she's Pakistani American, I believe.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, there's a likelihood, and if they're genuinely good enough, I would like to believe that they'd win.
Yeah, but I would have liked more if, Blockbuster was the one nominated.
Yeah.
There's also because
I think it had more scope also to win.
Yeah, also it was so viral. It was so viral.
Especially for the Garvey group.
Yes.
For them, I would want it. Yeah.
Sabah, I think her name was. She's so cute. She made that song.
Yeah.
They should have been nominated. They should have been, like, put forth also, but they're not nominated yet, right?
Okay.
But these are just submissions by Pakistan for Best International Song, if I'm not mistaken. But let's see what happens. Let's hope.
See what happens.
Let's hope someone wins something. Arooj Aftab.
I swear. Koi bhi jeet jaye.
Koi bhi. Anything.
Pakistan
Any
jeetega.
award. Pakistan zindabad, bro. You know what they say. But also, in that vein of, well, not award shows, but like galas and all of that, the theme for this next year, actually, Met Gala has been announced.
Oh, how fun.
And it is, let me look at it, super fine, tailoring black style.
Huh.
So the Met Gala, their theme is whatever the Costume Institute at the Met Museum in New York,
right?
Whatever their theme is going to be. So that is what their theme is. And then accordingly, that's the theme that the Met Gala is going to have.
Okay.
And this year's hosts are Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, I heard about.
Yes. Pharrell Williams, who's also heading a Louis Vuitton now. So... yeah, you don't know this. He's like the creative director for LV.
That's insane.
Yeah, he's really big in fashion now.
We know him as like, because I'm happy. Drinks.
I know.
No, but really?
You can't jinx me during a podcast. Terrible.
I just did it for the culture. But no, yeah, I didn't know that actually. That's amazing.
Yeah, he's really big in fashion.
He has great style.
He does. And A$AP Rocky, who also has...
A$AP Rocky though is iconic.
And LeBron James is going to be an honorary chair, which is weird because LeBron and fashion,
I don't know much about him.
He's a basketball player. You know
I know that. I know that, but I don't know much about him in fashion.
Yeah. So it's going to be that. It's the theme is based off of a book.
There's also Anna Wintour doing something.
She's always one of the co-chairs because she's the editor-in-chief for Vogue now.
Okay.
And Vogue is kind of the host of it all. So, and it's on the first Monday of May. That's the iconic tagline that they have. So 5th May, I believe, this next year. Okay. It's going to be the Met Gala. So we're looking forward to that.
To all the fits.
Yeah, this year's Met Gala was marked with a little bit of like criticism because the Rafah invasion was happening while Met Gala happened. Yeah, so there was like protests happening outside the Met in New York. People were getting arrested, or Samne Steps with Zendaya, or bahar logon ko arrest kar rahe hain. It was full like very Hunger Games dystopian.
I feel like it might just be the same this year because it's not like the occupation has ended. But
it's in May. So let's see where like the movement is with that also. Yeah. But yeah, that happened.
Are you interested in the Met looks in general?
I think it's fun, like, because, you know, when it's happening, like, it's morning for us. So, you know, usually I'm pulling into work and I'm, like, kind of looking through what's happening. It's fun. Right. It's fun, but I don't care.
Right? Like, same. Something about, like, it is so superficial to me. It's like, even I just feel so reduced to nothing because I'm like, oh my God, you've missed the Met Gala theme or whatever, like, what a loser. And I'm just like, but what am I doing?
Yeah, exactly. The thing is, it also isn't like an award show, right? It's not like your favorite actor or like singers being recognized. It's to raise funds for the Costume Institute at the Met.
Exactly, yeah.
और हमारा क्या लेना देना मतलब ना ही हम Met जा रहे हैं ना ही हम न्यूयॉर्क में रहते हैं तो it's just nice fashion and pretty people.
I guess.
And
but you know, some people get so invested. They're like, oh my God, this was a hit and this was such a miss and why did you do that and why did that happen? And I'm just like, okay, I don't mind it. I'm just like, I wish I was as invested. Like, you know?
Yeah, I feel like this is also a thing like post-COVID vibes. Where,
right. Maybe.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. That might play into it.
Because people aren't super into like even award shows now. And so I don't super care about the Met. I mean, the theme was announced. Pretty cool that they're focusing on like black fashion.
Yeah. I want to look at the Kardashians.
Really?
Kendall.
Out of all the people.
No, just
Blake
Kendall.
Lively is always like pretty phenomenal.
She always eats.
Zendaya is always really good.
Names.
But yes.
Yeah.
The Kardashians, I'm sure if they're invited.
I mean, Kendall. Just
her.
her.
Kendall, sure.
Yeah.
Kylie's always like, very like fashion throughout. Kim always goes too hard.
I don't know what's on her mind. Like, even her daughter, like North, she roasts Kim.
Yeah, I love that.
I love that.
I love that. That's too iconic. But yeah, that's that with like the awards of it all and like ceremonies and stuff.
Right. So what's happening in Bollywood?
What is so much is always happening in Bollywood, but let me merge Bollywood and Lollywood for you a little bit. Fawad Khan's return to Bollywood has finally been confirmed. He is going to be in a movie alongside Vani Kapoor.
Okay.
And it's called Abir Gulal, if I'm not mispronouncing it. Yeah. I don't know what that means.
Abir Gulal. Abir Gulal. What does that mean?
No, it's
like,
two
is it
words.
a name?
It's 2 words. Abir
Gulal. So it's like maybe a name.
Could be. Oh yeah, could be like their characters' names.
Yeah.
But like isse pehle, there was like, and we've talked about this, there was all rumors that Riddhi Dogra or like he might make a cameo in Bhool Bhulaiyaa 3, which we're also going to talk about in a bit.
This is like a confirmation.
But this is like they've started filming. It's going to be shot in the UK.
Oh, how fun.
It's a rom-com. Very excited. I love Fawad Khan in a rom-com.
Same.
Since Khoobsurat, he was so iconic in it.
Yeah, I think it's gonna do well.
It's gonna slap.
I mean, as long as like the Indian audience is like also gonna embrace him in that, because I don't know if that'll be the case, but I think he'll do a good job.
For sure. Yeah. I'm super excited.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
But so something else happening in Bollywood is that there are like 2 movies releasing.
Ooh.
One of them is releasing in November, like early November, which is Alia Bhatt's movie, and it's called Jigra.
You told me about it and I watched the trailer like 10 minutes before we started shooting.
Yeah, so I love Alia Bhatt's movies. I think she is so good at her craft.
She's really good. She's really good.
Phenomenal, right? Like unmatched, I feel. And she is playing this like older sister, and her younger brother is like, he's gotten detained or arrested or something abroad. And they've shown him get arrested, and now she is like in India, and then she travels all the way to like save her brother. And she is like so fierce in the trailer. She's like, she'll rip the world apart just to save her brother.
I love that it's not like saving her husband or her boyfriend or her like beloved. It's like Pakistan, India love. It's her brother.
Yeah,
and that's just more of like a determination, like a fierceness to save him.
Exactly.
Really
and
cool.
I think it is one of the most underrated relationships.
For sure.
Like siblings.
For sure.
We don't talk about it enough. Like there's a lot of romance and like friendship breakups or like with parents, and
Bollywood especially, I feel like doesn't really address sibling relationships that much,
especially as a main story. Like maybe they'll have it like as an arc within a story, but because this is completely about that, and me being the oldest sister of like two really cute little sisters, I feel that on a very, very deep level. Like I am insanely protective, aggressively protective, if I can say that, for my sisters. Because like you can say anything in the world to me and it wouldn't bother me. But if you were to say anything about my sister,
I get that. Also because I have a brother, right? Like I have only a little bit. Like, and so like we fight a lot and like don't always get along. But when I saw the trailer, I was like, damn, like I would do this for my brother. I would go to these lengths. Like
if it comes to that, if push comes to shove.
Jinx, there you go. But no, and also that, I don't know if you saw that one scene in the trailer where she's on a plane and she's just stuffing her face, and I thought that was such phenomenal acting.
Oh yeah,
where she's just like,
Alia goes hardcore, by the way.
She really does, and it's so phenomenal to watch her like do her craft so beautifully.
I agree, and I'm really, really looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be like so different from the kind of movies we've been watching so far in Bollywood.
Stuff that she's done recently herself. Also
exactly. She always does new things.
Also, it's interesting that it's gonna be a woman lead in an action movie. I don't think Bollywood does that a lot, so I'm super excited to see how Alia tackles it, how the movie turns out. And Kushi Kapoor's boyfriend plays Alia's brother, right?
He was also in the Archies.
Vidang. Yes.
Yeah.
Him.
Yeah. He's also looking like he looks cute. He looks cute.
He's there. But Alia's stealing the show for sure.
And they literally look like siblings, by the way. The casting was done very, very well.
Very well.
They really look like siblings. And great script so far. Like from whatever I can tell so far.
I'm invested. I'm gonna hopefully watch it.
Same.
Yeah. Maybe watch it together.
Yeah. So the second trailer that I was talking about is of this movie called
Bhool Bhulaiyaa,
which we all know what it is, and it's its third part that's coming. And it has, so the second one was with Kartik Aaryan, and he replaced Akshay Kumar from the first movie.
Do you remember how we were talking today and I was like, I don't think I've watched Bhool Bhulaiyaa. I have. I just remember Akshay Kumar being in it. You know, like that iconic like yellow fit that he's wearing with like the chains and everything.
Yeah.
So I have watched it, but I haven't watched the Kartik Aaryan versions.
So that was also not very good.
Oh.
Yeah, the iconic one was the first one. And I think they also realized that. So they took the person who played, who was Vidya Balan in the first movie. They took her back in the third one.
Yeah.
So she wasn't there in the second one. Oh. But now she's in Bhool Bhulaiyaa 3 again.
Really?
Yeah.
Why would they
Tell me what was her role?
No, I don't want to.
What's she called? You know what it is. Just say it.
Manjalika?
Michelle comes to me and she's like, oh, it's the movie about Manjalika.
Manjalika. I thought it's pronounced Manjalika.
It's not some Spanish ghost or whatever. Like, I was like, please.
It's Manjalika.
It's Manjalika. Now
you can't say it. There you go.
Oh my god, it's Manjalika. She's a Bengali, like.
Oh, okay.
There's this history.
That's not how you say it.
It was too funny. But no, I think in terms of horror comedy, I think it's easily one of the best ones I've ever seen in Bollywood.
I love a good horror comedy. I
love a good horror comedy.
Love a good horror comedy.
Yeah.
Oh, also, speaking of Fawad Khan and like Bollywood and stuff, apparently he's going to make a cameo in it. We're not sure in Bhool Bhulaiyaa 3.
In Bhool Bhulaiyaa 3?
Apparently. There's rumors.
There's also Madhuri in it.
Yeah, I mean, she's playing Manjalika. Manjalika.
Yeah, but even Vidya Balan is. So I was just confused.
Yeah, like, Vidya Balan's playing.
Yeah, but there's also Madhuri who also seems to be possessed by a ghost in the trailer. So I was very confused. Like, are they going to have like two of them this time? It was Tabu in the second one.
Yeah.
But they've like switched it up this time with like
Tabu
two of them.
Alive?
She's very much alive and healthy.
Still alive? She's asking her pretty. Okay, cool. Oh, I get confused between Tabu and Sridevi. I'm sorry.
I think this would be very offensive to Indian fans. I fully know Tabu is alive and healthy, and she's like killing it in terms of movies. And
for sure. And may Sridevi rest in peace.
Yeah.
There we go. Moving on from that blunder and coming on to upcoming movies.
Yeah.
A movie that I am super excited for.
I know what you're going to
Princess
say.
Diaries 3. So,
oh my God, I'm so happy about that.
we knew that it was in talks and like
Yeah.
it was gonna happen, but Anne
Yeah.
Hathaway recently confirmed that she will be in the third one,
Yeah.
coming back as the queen herself.
Princess of Genovia.
Let's go. Queen
Let's
of
go.
Genovia, dude.
Queen of
Genovia.
So true. So true.
Oh, I'm so excited. That movie, my childhood. It was literally my childhood.
Same. I think like they're very... The movies from my childhood, I remember them very like starkly.
Yeah.
Like the ones that made me feel something. Like
Yeah.
13 going on 30 or like 10 Things I Hate About You.
Yeah.
And
All of these
one of them
Mean
is
Girls.
like Mean Girls.
Huh.
Princess Diaries was one of them.
And I loved both the parts. Were so
Same,
good. So
same,
good.
Same.
I'm so excited. I'm beyond excited.
And you know, it's really nice because at the time when I watched it, she was like, what, 15? And
yeah.
then I could like, you know, relate to that age a lot more when I did turn 15 and I would
Yeah.
like, that's when I watched it and she was also playing that age. So I was like, oh, like how cute. And she, you know, makes the choice of like not going for the average jerk.
Yeah.
She goes for the right guy who sees her, like who saw her
And
when
then
she
there's
wasn't
an
a
even better
princess.
guy when there's Chris Pine in
Yeah.
the second part, who, by the way, he hasn't been confirmed for the third part. He recently said that he
Yeah.
hasn't gotten a call yet, but I really hope he does.
I really hope he
I
does.
really hope he
But
does.
the person directing it is the one who also directed Joyride
And Crazy Rich Asians.
And Crazy Rich Asians.
Yes.
Joyride I loved. What a
haven't
movie.
watched it. But Crazy Rich Asians I absolutely love.
Crazy
It's
Rich
so
Asians
good.
also.
Yeah.
But I like Joyride more. And it was like really funny. It's about these like 4 girls lost in China. You should watch it. It's
cute.
so funny.
That sounds really interesting.
Yeah. And the same director is also making this. So she's also said that she's very, very happy to be a part of this project.
You know who I hope comes back? And because this is an Asian American director, hopefully she will... Sandra
Grandma?
Oh. No, the grandma, Julie Andrews is coming back.
Yeah, she
Sandra
is.
Oh, who plays Principal Gupta.
Oh.
And she's like, Gupta. You know
is
that
she
one?
coming back?
We don't know, but I really
Okay.
hope she does because she was in the
Okay.
first part, not
There
in
was
the
also
second
Mandy
part.
Moore.
Yeah, but Mandy Moore was also not in the second part.
Yeah, she wasn't.
Have you read the books, by the way?
No.
Really?
No.
I've read all 10.
I didn't even
There's
know
like
there
10.
were books
Oh my, what?
for Princess Diaries.
It's like the title has based on the novels by Meg Cabot. Like, dude.
Maybe I didn't read that
dude.
far. Listen, I was a child when I watched them, and it's like a guilty pleasure thing. It's not something that I want to like, you know, intellectualize that much.
No, but there were books, and the
Yeah,
books
okay.
really good. Slap.
Now that you've told me, I might just read.
They're kind of trash when you read them when you're 25. They're actually her
That's
diaries,
true.
right?
That's
like it's
true.
It's like you're reading a princess's diaries.
Yeah.
That's why it's called
Yeah.
Princess Diaries. But Mandy Moore's character remains friends with Mia throughout the books. Basically,
Okay.
they become
Okay,
friends.
fine.
She starts out as a bully, and then they become
Yeah,
friends.
exactly. That's what I was
Lana.
thinking.
Yeah. So maybe they can bring her back. You know, go back to the book.
Irrespective, I feel like it's gonna.
It's gonna be great. Julie Andrews
Really
is on board,
warm,
Anne
yeah.
Hathaway is on board, and that's all we need, really.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? It came up on my Instagram the other day. That one clip from Princess Diaries 1, where Mia says, you know, she's been missing her dad, and Lily, her best friend, goes like, "Oh my God, you're still talking about that? It's been what, 2 months since her dad died."
I didn't.
Lily was the worst, by the way. I
Yeah.
hope they don't bring her back.
Yeah.
Or-
No, I hope they do. I feel like everybody added
Some flavor.
something to
Some
the
mazza.
movie.
Yeah, for
which was
sure.
just completely exclusive to them. So
But
I
would
feel
you
like,
want the lead from the first movie or the lead from the second movie? So Chris Pine or like the guy who played Michael Moskowitz?
I think the first one.
Really?
I see the appeal in Chris Pine, but I feel
It's
like the
Chris
first one is the one
Pine.
I've watched more.
Yeah.
And it was the first one also. And
Yeah.
that usually, like, you know, my favorite Spider-Man will always be Tobey Maguire. I mean, also Andrew Garfield. But, you know, he's still second.
I kind of like Tom Holland the most. The opinions are really differing today.
They really are.
Tom
no,
Holland's so great.
but yeah, for me, it's like whatever you show me first,
Huh.
then that's my
Sticks with
association.
you.
It sticks with me. And then
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, now you must be repeated each time.
Okay.
And then when that
Fair.
doesn't happen, I get a little like, okay.
Sorry, now I'm
Plastic
just thinking of
surgery
Tom
karali.
Holland and Spider-Man. My brain just...
Yeah. Another thing that I know about is Kanye and Bianca, who got married in 2022.
Yep.
There have been rumors circulating about their divorce.
Ooh.
Because
I thought it was confirmed. Is it not confirmed?
no, it's not confirmed. So
Okay.
basically, in fact, yesterday or like sometime this week, they were spotted again together, hanging out, arm in arm in an escalator or whatever.
Oh.
Yeah, in Tokyo.
Oh.
Yeah, but this
Random.
has definitely come after a split because earlier in the month, She was traveling to Australia where her family lives.
Okay.
And he attended this wrestling match or something without her.
Okay.
So everybody was like, okay, like they're kind of attending things separately and they're not like meeting each other, the paps and everyone. So like, there was a lot of speculation about that.
Yeah.
And then for a month that continued because they were not seen together at all. So the rumors were kind of like, then everybody started believing them. Okay, like maybe they're actually just gonna split.
Yeah.
And I've also heard like this other rumor that he's very controlling and he likes to like just kind of show her off.
I've heard that. You wouldn't put that past Kanye.
I would honestly start that rumor.
No.
That's so unhinged, man.
He really
like
is.
he's so
Have you seen
crazy.
all those memes that like Bianca's closet and it's just empty because he like makes her wear like ugliest, like barely there clothes?
Yeah, and like just a trophy wife sort of
Also,
situation.
do you think she
like
looks so much like Kim?
she does?
She looks like
She really
copy
does.
of Kim.
You know what's the thing in life also, like when sometimes like people like they break up and then they start dating someone who looks exactly like their previous partner, and it's just like
cringe
it's
on your
cringe
part.
and it's like you're not over it. Like clearly you're just trying to prove
you're
a
not.
point.
Yeah.
And that's not fair to the person you're
For
with,
sure.
like the new person that you're with.
Huh.
And so like Kanye do we like
Kanye.
except literally his music. There's nothing
Which
about
he
him
hasn't
that
even put out recently.
Yeah.
You know?
I think
there
that's
isn't
his-
much to show for him or like
Yeah.
make a case for him.
But I think his OG music is
Sure.
so too good.
I mean, I don't listen to a lot of Kanye, but you do.
I do.
You do.
Yeah, but also like in private.
Exposed.
I try not to like
Well, now the entire
make it
internet
public.
knows, so.
But it's not
Outed.
like I fully say that he's like a crazy person. And just, I mean, I would watch him for like entertainment value at best. But that also just doesn't take away that like, कुछ गाने यार they slap, क्या मैं करूँ? क्या मैं करूँ? सही है. मैं खुद से सुन रही हूँ bathroom में, किसी को क्या लेना देना?
That's so true.
You know, but like when you're publicly talking about them, I feel like then it's important to kind of bring up like, okay, this is what I believe.
And this person is, you don't agree with their values.
Yeah, completely.
For sure.
Yeah, so basically coming back to the rumors, so he was also, this was also a part of it, that he's like very controlling and stuff. And because of that, the split has probably like, it's a consequence of that. But now they're seen back together. So like, I guess all's good in the hood.
Sucks for Bianca though.
Sucks for Bianca. Honestly,
Imagine having to go back to that.
blink twice, babes. If you need help, blink twice.
That's so true. Coming back to movies.
Yeah.
Joker 2. Joker, I can't pronounce it because it's in French.
Yeah,
Follow do.
Is
that it?
Yeah, it means madness of 2 in French.
Yeah. Oh, does it?
Yeah.
You looked into this?
I did.
Oh, that's so cute. She's doing her homework.
I do my homework, guys. I'm very
That's
diligent with
so
everything I do, even if it's like trash talking or whatever. Even if it's like brain rot, I just need to know.
Yep, she
Yeah.
got to know. But the reviews are terrible. The reviews suck. People
Yeah.
were not expecting this. I was low-key hyped to watch it. I didn't like the first one.
Really? That's an
yeah.
unpopular opinion.
Yeah,
I mean, you could like... Some things about it could be unsettling, but I would say it's still like
Sure.
cinematically
Cinematically,
there.
yeah, Joaquin was good, yes. He usually is.
Yeah.
But like, just as far as like the Batman universe goes and Joker and how he's supposed to be like, the crown prince of crime or I don't know, clown prince of crime. I keep looking at my producer to make sure if I'm saying the right thing. And he's kind of supposed to be this agent of chaos. He does stuff because he can, because he crazy like that.
Yeah.
And to give him this like tragic backstory that, he could be Bruce's brother, all that blah blah. No, I don't.
Yeah,
no,
so the thing
didn't have
is,
it.
it's, I mean, obviously failed at the box office because 200 million went into making it.
Yeah.
And
Coming back to the second one. Sorry, I was talking about the first one.
Yeah, I know. But
Coming
come back to
back.
the second one.
Yeah.
So 200 million were spent into making it, and
Wow.
they acquired like what 40 million so far, which is
Yo.
like less than half of, because the first one got $96. It made that just in October. So
96 million.
yeah, 96 million.
Yeah.
Million dollars.
Imagine Joker making $96 at the box office. Incredible. I feel like Joaquin Phoenix would kill himself.
Yeah, I mean he's still good because I mean the reviews are bad. Even the critics, by the way, have like not liked
And
it.
that's so shocking because Lady
Yeah.
Gaga is a really good actor and
No,
she did
but
a whole album for
I'll tell
this.
you why.
Yeah.
I think it's because they made it a musical.
Really?
Like, yeah, they're like singing midway. First of all, when you're tackling a subject with that kind of gravity and that kind of like seriousness, and then you need to maintain it also, like especially since the first one, it's a sequel. People are like kind of like, you know, in the same mood to like watch it. They expect the same things, and now like suddenly they break into like it's just like
that's a really good
what
note,
is happening.
Well done.
Thanks. I have pitch.
Oh
no, I don't. I'm really bad. But no, just mentioning that, like, because I think if you're doing a musical, it has to be as brilliant as maybe like Les Miserables was, or like La La Land, or even La La Land.
La La Land, really good.
Or something maybe as silly as like High School Musical. Like
the thing is, I don't think a serious movie can't be a musical. It's just how they execute it. Like from the reviews I read, it's that it wasn't executed well.
Yeah.
And apparently, like, one of the actors wasn't letting the other one shine. Like,
so that I didn't read about. But what I do know is that the reviews said that you can actually tell that they've poured their heart and soul into it, like into the performances. Joaquin Phoenix and Lady Gaga alike. But the thing is, it's not in the right direction. Like, yeah, we can tell you're giving it your all, but it's not all that. Like, first of all, it breaks the momentum when you have that musical.
Okay.
Which wasn't there to begin with. Like, it's not like the movie had much going on in itself. And then when you add that, it's like further, like, you know, people are bored and like...
Which I'm quite upset by this because I really like the story of Harley Quinn and Joker, and like, you know, throughout the Batman universe, there's like, this is how they met, you know, she was a psychiatrist or psychologist or whatever. And I wanted to see that played out, and because they're both such phenomenal actors, I really wanted to go watch the second one.
I think Margot Robbie was... exponentially
really?
Better.
Have you watched
Harley
the second
Quinn.
Joker?
I haven't watched it myself, but it has been like told to me word by word by my friends who've watched it.
Okay.
So, and I've read up so much about it.
Same.
So I'm just like kind of telling what the opinions that I've like.
Okay,
I've gotten so far. So that's that.
So maybe don't spend your money on Joker.
Maybe not. Yeah. Maybe to just like hate watch.
I think I will be doing that.
Yeah?
Probably over the weekend.
Yeah. You know, I love a good movie. I wish they
I
did something good with it.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you liked
Last
watching...
I watched of Joaquin was Napoleon.
Oh, was that
which
good?
Was actually, I mean, if you're into history like that, it was about French Revolution.
Yeah, I mean, Napoleon.
So Napoleon,
assume.
So if you're into that, then I liked it. But it was slow and it could not be everyone's cup of tea.
Sure.
But there's a certain benchmark he's set for himself, like with the kind of quality of work he does. And I feel like with this, it might just be like...
Not there.
Yeah.
It's also when I feel like there's two such powerful actors, and then who is, you know, gonna like overtake who or like overshadow the other.
I mean, both could happen, like in A Star Is Born.
You
have like Bradley Cooper and Jennifer Lawrence. Oh, sorry.
Lady Gaga.
But like, it's still brilliant.
But Lady Gaga was like so much better than Bradley Cooper.
That's also true.
Yeah.
That's also true. And people are saying in this movie, she has been underutilized. Like in Joker 2, Lady Gaga, her talents, like she could do a lot more. But they didn't make her do all that.
I guess we gotta go watch it.
We have to watch it to like have our own thing.
We gotta go watch it.
Yeah.
But will you guys go watch it? Well, do you think our audiences will tell us in the comments?
Yeah.
If you're gonna watch it and what you thought about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also,
how you pronounce Manjolika. Because it's
you're crazy. Yeah. Let us know and follow City FM 89 on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.
Yes.
Like, share, subscribe, everything. Comment.
All of the things. We love reading your comments. We actually like actively talk about like this person said this and this person. So do that.
Yeah.
Makes our day.
Yeah.
Makes our producer's day too.
It does. Everybody have a good day.
Have a good day.
weekend.
I'm Mash.
And I'm Neequ. Signing
See you next
off.
time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.